Hey folks, it's Brando here. Welcome to the video. Really quickly, I want to talk to you about how to start a consignment store online. And the reason why you're going to want to pay attention is actually having started multiple different types of businesses on the internet throughout the last 3 years, including consignment stores. I'll tell you the process in which you do it, it's going to be the same. You know, whether you decide to start a consignment store or something else, the process is the same. The way in which you approach that process, it's going to be different all the time. So I figure I'll just share with you and break down the process so you understand exactly how to start your own consignment store by yourself, on your own, starting from nothing. And this is the process that I've done with multiple different types of businesses. Okay, so the first thing you got to understand, when it comes to the internet, it's kind of the same principles that apply off the internet. If you want to start a store, you have to have a storefront. You have to have merchandise. You have to have products that you can sell. And the first thing I would suggest to you, okay, is find something, find something merchandise-wise, product-wise, that you're interested in, okay, something that you're passionate about, something that you're enthusiastic about, so that when you're offering it on your storefront, on your website, okay, which would be the next thing I'd suggest you to get, that way you have an easy time selling it, okay. So if you're, let's say for example, you enjoy laptops or headphones and music and all that stuff, sell in your consignment store, your online store, you know, things to do with music, things to do with that. It doesn't necessarily have to be clothing unless you want to take that approach, okay? But find your niche, find something you're excited about. From there, that's when you're going to start your own website. We're going to have to get domains, hosting, and all this stuff, okay? And these are things to consider when you're looking at starting a consignment store online. And after that, you need to get a business license. I'm not going to break these down. I'm just sharing with you the process in which, you know, starting your own business on the internet goes with, okay? And after that, you're going to have to get your own license. And then from there, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, okay? So how do you actually start your own consignment store online? Have merchandise that you're enthusiastic about, okay? Have a hub where you can sell that merchandise, okay? So your own site, your own website, with your own domain, okay? Your own brand domain, so whatever you want to call the site. Make sure the site actually looks good, and this can all cost a lot of money and a lot of man hours. And then after that, you need to get a business license to let the government know that you're real, you're legit, and all this. I'm telling you, the process is crazy. It can take a very long time to kind of learn everything. There's a big learning curve. And if you're looking, if you're looking at starting a consignment store on the internet, because that's what you want, I can show you, I can point you in the right direction, I can give you more detail on how to do it. But if you're just looking at starting a consignment store online because you're looking for that leverage to be able to work from home, work from your computer, create a lucrative income, I've got a lead I can throw your way here, okay, without having to do any of the stuff that I just mentioned, all right? And this was a breakthrough that I had going back 12 months ago after, you know, running a consignment store and multiple different types of businesses for over the last 3 years. And it wasn't up until about 12 months ago that I really started to get success online when I found a person in a different business model without having to do any of that stuff that I just talked about, okay, without having to create his own products, deal with products, shipping and handling, without having to deal with employees, building websites, or any of that technical stuff. And he was making ridiculous amounts of money. I started to model and copy what he was doing. It took me 2 weeks to create a full-time income working part-time. And of course, those are not average or typical results. I'm not average, I'm not typical. I'm assuming you're not either, but it's to share with you what's possible. And if you've got a good work ethic, you're willing to learn a few simple things, okay, then here's what you can do. Check out my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. What you'll see there is two things. The first is a 4-minute video from my business partner and myself, breaking down in step-by-step structured detail on how you can do this on the internet to get the results that you want working part-time or full-time without any of this technical stuff, without getting business licenses, without designing your own websites, without doing everything yourself, which I would advise you, no, don't do everything yourself. There's a big learning curve. This is a short learning curve, and I'll tell you what allowed me to create a full-time income working part-time was finding someone who's willing to help me. So I can be that person for you. After you see that video, you'll see testimonials from people who I personally have worked with, okay? And I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, I hope that helped. I hope that all made sense. And my friend, I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world. Take care.